We're in the Akdama in page Ches on the second column and the paragraph starting V'zeh Barer. And he's going to speak in this paragraph about the idea that the Medina is preventing Mashiach from coming. And what could be done about the Medina now, we're going to see at the end of this paragraph. Very important subject. V'zeh Barer, this is clear, Ki Oisei Arayin HaMesuav, that this disgusting idea, this idea of Zionism, Hu HaMa'akev Gulaseinu, this is preventing our Geula Ufdus Nafshenu. Kasher Hevesi Bifnim, like I brought later on in Siman Mem Gimel, the Rebbe is going to bring Divrei HaMedrash Yalkut Parshas Boy. On the Yalkut Shimoni and Parshas Boy, Rem is Kuf Tzadik Aleph. This is the famous Medrash about Natruna. Ala Kosiv V'hoya Lachem L'Mishmeres. The pasuk says by the Korban Pesach that it will be to you to be watched. So Mi Para Lachem Mi Madai, who redeemed you from Madai, from Galus Madai? Chulu Mordechai the Esther. Mordechai the Esther redeemed you. Mi Para Lachem Mi Yavan, who redeemed you from the Galus Yavan? B'nei Chashmonaim. Mi Parei Lachem Mi Malchus Revis, who's going to save you from the fourth Malchus, from the fourth Galus? Not Troina, the schus of waiting. V'haya lachem lemishmeres, it will be to you for a watch, for a wait. Al toichlu mimenu na, don't eat from it raw. And the Medrash says, Loi tevine mahavava, don't request it underdone. Upir sham azayis ra'anan, the Zayis Ranan appears on the Yalkut says like this, Me'amagen Avram, the Magen Avram wrote it. Natruna, he says, the word Natruna means Pirish Tzrichim Lishmor Lahamtin, that you didn't have to wait for the Geula. And the schus of waiting for the Geula is going to bring about the Geula. Loi Tevine Mahavava, don't request it underdone. Pirish, the Zayis Ranan says, Al Tevakshu Lechol Oisam Behivhuv, don't request to eat the Geula just a little bit burned by the fire, but not really completely cooked. Not fully roasted. Okay? We see from this, we have no other schus to get redeemed from Galus, only the schus to wait. Not to eat, not to be part of Zionism, not to have any benefit from Zionism. Anybody who joins the Zionists, and then joins their government, the members of Knesset, religious parties, and they eat with them, and they have hana from the Aveira, and they violate this prohibition, or they have hana from the violation of it. Those are the ones who are preventing the Geula from coming. Okay, and as I said, in Siman Mem Gimel, the Rebbe brings this again. Now, the Sefer Oloi Nale, that Amichai gave me, that Sefer by Mordechai Tzion, who wants to slug up everything by Yom Moshe. Yeah. So he brings down like this. There's a guy named Rav Tzvi Green. Yeah. I don't know who he is, but he comments on this raya that the Rebbe made a mistake, according to him. Here, take a look. I'll show you what the Yalkut Shimoni is, and he says the Rebbe did it on purpose in order to misquote it, to confuse people, to lead them astray. Take a look. Page 6, Yalkut Shimoni. On the top you have the Medrash we said already, so I'm not going to read that. Look at the bottom in Ois Chav Ches. Loi tevune mahavava. Don't ask for it underdone. Pirish al tevakshu lechol oisam behivuv. Kloimar sheinu tol kol tarklei. That's the part that the Rebbe quoted. Kloimar. Now he speaks out a few more words. Kloimar. This is to say, beoid shaloi nismale sa'asam. When their measure has not become full yet. That means when the goyim haven't yet gotten their measure of schar, and the galus hasn't come time to end, don't ask for the geula. But when the galus ends, when the goyim have used up their schusim, then the galus is going to end.
But how do you know when to hit? That's the question.
Okay, you don't know. Okay, but listen to what he says. So turn the page. I have the page copy here. He says, Hiksha Talmud Chacham Echad Shebisfarim Shelafonenu Agirse B'Zayis Ranan Hina Natroina Shetzrichim Atem Lishmor Lamtin Motivim Mav Pirish Al Toiklen Hivuv Kloimar Shein Tzarkoi Kloimar Be'oid Shalonis Mali Sasam. And he says the Bayal Moshe left out these words. And he says, "Well, fi Girse Zu move on Sheitachin Lahavin Acheres." We can understand the Zayis Ranan different. Hainu Shekol Zman Shalonis Mali Sasam. As long as the nation's schusim are not used up, Ein Lanu Adayim Schus Ligoyim. Then we don't have schus to be redeemed. because they still have a right to be in power. But once their schus gets used up, then we have a right to go and make a state and make Zionism because their schusim are used up. Okay? We have to wait till their saw is used up, and then we can go ahead and make our Zionism. So he speaks out in parentheses here more clear what the difference is. The natruna, the waiting, he has chush shetavi agula. Ach leharav Green, according to this Tzvi Green, hanatruna hu lois chus. The natruna is not the chus. El tzarich lechakos ad shnis mali sastam. You have to wait till they use up their chus. And then the gula will come.
How do you know how do you know what they did by that?
Okay, that's a good question. You don't know. You never know when
you can't tell whether or not.
But al kaponim, it still opens up the possibility that once their schus is used up, if you
you can never tell.
You never tell, right? Okay.
How do you know?
That's one point you're making, good point. But also, I want to make another point here that the Rebbe in Siman Mem Memalach Mem Beis, he speaks about the Indian of Geula without tshuva, and he proves there that even if Mashiach could come without tshuva, the Geula can't happen without tshuva.
Right, and although there were many who were chayk in the Rambam, he didn't put any chayk in the Rambam in this case.
Okay,
it's true. The Rambam was a punching bag in many aspects.
We'll discuss it there. But the point is that the Rebbe L'Shit Tosai, because he held that the Gula can't come without tshuva, he can't learn pshat in the Zayis Ranan the way this person is learning, because he's learning that when the saw of the nations is used up, automatically there's going to be a Gula. No, that's not pshat, because how could there automatically be a Gula? We didn't do tshuva yet. It has to be that there's tshuva first. So that's why he can't learn this pshat. He has to learn the pshat is that we have to wait. Okay. Like this. So Gam Hevesi. Here's that was the first proof that the Medina is pushing off the Gula. Okay.
Besides, the Medina has an Aveira which is good for the goyim. So I told you in Medina,
So this is the second proof now. Gam Hevesi Divrei Ashas Sanhedrin Daf Tzadik Ches Amud Aleph. The Gemara in Sanhedrin. Ein Ben David Ba Ad Shetich LeMalchus Hazalim Yisrael. That Mashiach won't come until the low kingdom is gone from the Klal Yisrael. Pirish Rashi Zal Shaloi Tehei Lahem Shum Shultanis LiYisrael. That the Jews have no power at all, no government at all. Afilu Shultanis Kala V'Dala. Even a light and low level of power. They don't have any power. Harei Mavur. We see from this Shekoyim B'Yis HaMashiach Tichla Oista Malchus Hazala. That it must be before Mashiach comes that Medina is going to have to come to an end. He can't come in any other way. In that case, we see that the state of Israel is pushing off the Geula. Now, this is another problem that Zionists bring up with this raya. Every raya over here they try to slug up. So take a look. On page Ches, page 8, I have in my notes here Yeshaya Yud Ches. Yeah. This is the pasuk that the Gemara brings. The Gemara really goes on more. It says, "Ein ben David Ba'ad shtichus malchus zalim Yisrael shenemar v'charas hazalzalim b'manzmeiros v'yasanatishois heisir heisaz." That's the pasuk that the Gemara brings to prove that Mashiach can't come until there's no government. What's the pasuk? This pasuk. V'charas hazalzalim. They'll cut the branches of the vines with pruning shears. So he'll cut off the scattered branches. So Rashi says on that pasuk, v'charas hakoyres ezalzli agefen v'mazmeros v'yasanatishois heim ikrei agafanim hakoyim heisaz karas kloimar. Here's Rashi. The yaroig hasarim hashalitim shal goig v'chayolois v'oizrav. Hashem will kill the leaders of Goyg. So you see, it's talking about the Goyim. It's not talking about the Yidden. So the Sionim say, okay, you see that the Rebbe had the wrong shot in this whole Chazal. Chazal don't say that Mashiach can't come until the Medina is gone. They say that the Mashiach can't come until the Goyim have lost their power. So it's a kasha on the Rebbe. Yeah. But the answer is the Rebbe is really using Rashi on Sanhedrin. Rashi says Kor like him. Rashi says that the Yidden won't have a government. L'chor it's a steer in Rashi. Rashi in Yeshaya says the Goyim won't have a government. So how's Rashi in Sanhedrin stim with Rashi in Yeshaya? So the answer is very simple. The Gemara in Sanhedrin is being cholek on Rashi and Yeshaya. Rashi and Yeshaya is one pshat. There's a godless halukah. There's different ways to learn a pasuk. So Rashi and Yeshaya is learning the pasuk kipshutai. Mashenkin over here in Sanhedrin, the Gemara is not learning the pasuk pshat. The Gemara is learning a drasha, and the Gemara is allowed to do that. The Gemara makes drasha sometimes. So the drasha from the pasuk is that the Yidden won't have a malchus. It doesn't mean the goyim won't have, because the goyim not having a malchus is not going to cause the geula to come. Rashi learned Pasha, that can't be. Elamai, if the Gemara is saying that Ben David won't come until there's no malchus, it must be a malchus Yisrael. So obviously this whole thing from Yishai is not a kasha on the Rashi Sanhedrin. Okay? A little bit more, okay? Uke'ein zeh mefurish yoytze midivrei harambam b'igeres Teiman. A third raya that Mashiach can't come till the state of Israel is gone is from the Rambam and Igeres Teiman.
What does it say there?
Turn to page 9. The Rambam says like this: Ki k'sheyachshavu ha'umais, that when the nations think shezois ha'uma, that this nation, Klal Yisrael, lo yitzi Allah malchus lo elam, will never get a government, v'lo memshal, and they'll never get a state, a government, v'lo teshua me'asher heim boy, they'll never get saved from the situation they're in. V'yaskimu al zeh kol ha'chosim, that all the nations, sages, wise men, all agree to this. V'akoismim u'bali ha'koiches, all the powerful people, the philosophers, every political person in the world agrees, yes, the Jews will never get a state. Then Yafer Hashem machshavoseihem ve'emunuseihem. Then Hashem will undermine all their thoughts and He'll prove them wrong. Hashikriyos, their false thoughts. V'yeirah HaMashiach, and then Mashiach will appear. So he's saying Mashiach will appear only after everybody sees that the Jews are never going to have power again. And not like today where people say, yeah, the Jews they have a state, they're going to continue with their state, they had 69 years, they're going to have another 69 years. That, if that's happening, then Mashiach's not going to come. Okay? Back to Vayel Moshe. Ella, now here's the part about Bittul HaMedina. Take a look at this very carefully. Ella, shetzrichin l'rachmei shemaim, we need to have the mercy of Hashem.
I'm sorry, lost it.
We're in the second column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines from the bottom. Okay? We need to have the mercy of Shemaim, of Hashem, shetichla oisa malchus, that the state of Israel should come to an end, ach v'rak al yidei koach mumala, meis Hashem yisbarach. It should come to an end only through a power from above, from Hashem yisbarach, lo al yidei umois, not through the nations. Ki im chas v'shalom yiyeh al yidei umois, because if it comes to an end through the nations, he sakana gedolah l'Yisrael kamuvan. It's going to be a tremendous danger to Yidden, as understood. Okay, so these are the key words, and then he says, "V'Hashem yisbarach yirachem moleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael." Hashem should have rachmanas on us and on all His people. I'll just finish off the last 3 lines before we go into the subject of Bittul HaMedina. Those who take pride in the state, they are taking pride in something that's delaying the coming of Mashiach. Woe to such a busha that they're going to suffer when Mashiach does come and everyone sees that they're the ones who were preventing it. Okay. So now turn to page, we're just almost finished here. I want to see 2 more makonos on this. Turn to page 10. Have Divrei Yoel Vayishlach. This is the Torah the Rebbe said during the Sinai War, 1956.
I was about to ask you that because he said it would be better.
Okay. So
it would be worse.
Let's read it inside. Okay. So he says, "Babu Neseinu Rabin Niskayim Banu Masham Chazal Chagiga Heyam and Aleph Rabbi Yochanan Kimot Alai Krab Bachi." Rabbi Yochanan, when he reached this pasuk, he used to cry. V'haya Kisinseno Oisei Rois Rabbis V'Tzaros, that terrible tragedies that are competitors will come upon them. Tzaros is like wives. There are 2 wives. There are tzaros. There are 2 competitors. So the same thing. You could have tragedies that compete with each other. How's that possible? My rois v'tzaros. Omarav rois shenasu tzaros zu lazu. They became from competitors with each other. Kagoin zibura ba'akraba, similar to the hornet and the scorpion. And Pirish Rashi the Amrinim chamimi la'akraba. Hot water is the refuah for a scorpion bite, and kriri lezibura, and cold water is the refuah for a hornet bite. V'chilufa sakanta, but if you do the opposite, it's dangerous. Hilka checha the nashchi zibura v'akraba. Let's say you get bit by both of them at the same time. What do? You put hot water. It's good for one, but it's bad for the other. So nasu tzarazu lazu. It comes out that the two bad things are competing with each other. The less they takanta loy bekriri. The kasha l'akra, v'loy b'chamin, the kasha l'zibura. Okay, so the nimshal is like this, because that kar lonu achshav be'artzeinu akdoisha. That's what's happening now during the war that he's speaking during the 1956 Sinai War. Be'ez derech sheninkot, no matter what we do, hasakana gedola, there's going to be a tremendous sakana. Chas v'shalom, ima akum yinatzchu b'milchama, if the nations win the war, if in other words the Egyptians, who sakana livnei Yisrael adorim be'eretz hakodesh, it's going to be a sakana for the Yidden in Eretz Yisrael. V'chalilo ima koifrim yinatzchu, but if the Zionists win the war, oz a sakana gedola yoiser, there's even a bigger sakana. Ulechol Yisrael b'chol makom shehem. It's a sakana not only for the Yidden in Eretz Yisrael, it's for everybody. Umi yodea ma yavo yoid achrav. Who knows what it could lead to? The misha ma'amin b'Hashem yisbarach b'torasei hakdosha. Whoever believes in Hashem, yodea shekol psia psia hu be'isser. Every step that they take during that war is an isser. V'iyavsha sheyitzmach toiva mehavaras pi Hashem. There's no way that good could come of transgressing the word of Hashem. Okay, besides this, it's a spiritual danger. That if they win the war, it's going to make them look more admirable. Everyone's going to have more respect for them, and they'll become more Zionists. That you see that they trusted, they tested Hashem, they went against Hashem, and they still succeeded. For who kasha yoiser misakana saguf. Such a sakana is worse than the sakana of the body. Okay, now here's the key words. So what should we daven for during the war of the Zionists against the Arabs? The coming of Mashiach. Okay. He'll take care of the Medina. Let's fall into the hands of Hashem, not into the hands of the nations. Okay? So, it's a stira. Here in Vayom Moshe, the Rebbe is saying that Mashiach can't come until the Tziyonim are gone. We have to first daven that the state should disappear by a koyach milmala, some kind of a Hashem's power, and then only then Mashiach could come. And here in Divrei Yoel, he's saying that Mashiach himself is going to come and be mevatel the Medina. So how does that shtim? Well, I don't have any other way to make it shtim except to say that in 1956 the Rebbe held like this, and 3 years later when he wrote Vayom Moshe, he learned the sugi a little more, and he realized that it says Mashiach can't come till the Tziyonim are gone. I know it's fair to say it, but that's what's happening. I don't know if someone has a better tear. It's Adarabah. Okay, now there's more to it. Take a look.
What does shtim mean?
It doesn't match up. It doesn't fit. Now take a look, page 12, the Al Gula Al Tamura, page Simon Mem Daled. He says like this, just 3 lines.
Divrei Yoel was written before, right?
Yeah, Divrei Yoel. Well, it was published later, but it's composed from different Torahs that he said different years. So this one that we just read was said in 1956.
All right.
And then Vayom Moshe is 1959. And this one we're about to read is 67. This is Al Gula. V'gam al pi derech hateva, even through a natural way. So in Vayom Moshe, remember, he said that there's no natural way the Medina could disappear. Only a koyach milmala from Hashem Yisbarach could make it disappear. Now, Al Gula, he says, V'gam al pi derech hateva, ilu hayim mevatrim al memshaltom. If the Zionists would give up on their government, u'medina hatzionis, and they give up on their state, there's no doubt that the United Nations could lasso Eisa Seder. They could do something. They could make some kind of a law and order there, and prevent war, and prevent bloodshed, and prevent Jews from being killed. So there's no doubt in his mind that if the United Nations were brought into play, they could take care of the Medina in a way that wouldn't lead to anybody getting killed. Okay? So this is the third stage. After Vayom Moshe, the Rebbe saw that there's actually a natural way to bring an end to the Medina. Maybe this is after 1956. The UN marched their forces into the Sinai Peninsula, and they were keeping the peace there from 56 until 67 when Nasser kicked them out. So basically the UN does get involved in world conflicts. So the Rebbe saw that and he thought, okay, if the UN could get involved there, maybe it can get involved in the whole Medina.
And we'll just point out.
I just want to finish up. So the idea today is, you see that as the Rebbe went on and talked about Zionists more and more, things changed, and he saw different ways to end the Medina. Today, the way to end the Medina is by the demographic process. I think it's very clear that we're reaching the point. I have here on page.
But
I'm
Jewish.
not going to read it inside, but just take a look. Page 13.
Yeah, I
when you
see.
have
I
a
just
chance.
want to say one thing.
Well, let me finish saying this.
Yeah.
So on page 13, these are the latest statistics with the.
However, they're questionable.
Right. Okay. But the latest statistics is that the state has 8.6 million citizens, and 74% of them are Jewish.
That's questionable.
The Arab population is 1.8. Now, if you incorporate the Arabs from the West Bank and Gaza and give them voting rights, you have almost half the population right there, not Jewish. You take the vote numbers, add them up, you'll see. And then, that's now, not in 2020, it's predicted to be exactly.
But predictions are very faulty.
Okay. But Al Kaponim, you see, that's the solution on the horizon today. In his time, the solution on the horizon was the UN, but today, l'choyer, that's the solution.